Hello, hello, hello. It is Danica. Danica is finally back. Where has she been? Where has Danica been? Well, you see the title. You see the title. Danica been trying to figure some things out. So I just been pushing through, pushing through, pushing through. So let's talk about this thing. Sometimes in life we just look around and you just feel like everybody has it together except you. You're like, my goodness, everybody is constantly moving right along. They have everything figured out, but you feel like you're still stuck or you're not making any progress. What is happening? Life is happening. That's what's happening. Life is happening and you are okay. You're okay exactly where you're at. As long as you're continuing to move forward, you're fine. You're fine. It's okay for you to take a break. It's okay for you to pause. It's okay for you to be still, and just ponder and figure some things out. As long as you're just not sitting and doing nothing for a long period of time, you don't want to do that. But it's okay for you to take a pause. It is quite okay for you to take a pause. So let's just talk about this a little bit and get into some things. I have some talking points. So I want to start out with number one. There is no perfect blueprint. There is no perfect blueprint. No one has it all figured out. Nobody. Nobody. And even the most successful people started with uncertainties. So it's okay. No one has it all together. Get that out of your mind. Stop coming down on yourself like, oh, I should be further along. I should be doing more. You know, just as long as you're doing something, as long as you're making steps, and maybe it's small steps, maybe it's baby steps, but as long as you're tugging right along, you just haven't gotten into bed and thrown the covers over your face. We're not doing that now, okay? We don't have time to do that. I may give you 124 hours for that, but for the most part, no, we got to get out of bed and we got to make things happen. Even when you don't know what you're doing, do something. Write something down. Get something in writing. Start moving around. Start navigating. Embrace the learning curve. Embrace the learning curve. Every challenge and setback is an opportunity to grow, refine your skills, and gain clarity. So you're going to grow, refine your skills, and you're going to gain some clarity. So you need to be doing these things. Refine your skills. Gain clarity. You need to be growing. And you can do a lot of these things through your journaling. What are you journaling? What's happening with yourself? What are you doing? Documenting your process as you go. You need to be holding yourself accountable. What have you done? I know the last time I believe I talked to you guys about I had been working with the web designer to get my web page up and running. She completed it. Now I have to get a hosting page. So she has completed her part. The ball is in my corner. Now I can't be hiding behind, I'm waiting on my web designer. She's done. She's done. So the ball is in my court. And can I tell y'all something? I'm cheap. So I'm waiting for a special to run. And I need to check today because I believe they were saying that WIC does a special every other week or something. So I need to be checking their website. I think the last time I checked was Sunday and today is Tuesday. So I need to be checking today. So I need to get my hosting site so I can get that set up and get it out there. So that's where I'm at. That's where I am at. So embrace the learning curve. Grace over perfection. Grace over perfection. Some of us, we just think everything got to be perfect. You're not going to publish that book until you make sure every T is crossed, every I is dotted, editing, all that. And those things are important. I'm not trying to tell you to do anything that's scrappy, that's not excellence. Your best. But your best isn't always going to be perfect. It's just not. It's not. I've done 7 children books and I look at all of them now. I'm like, oh, I could have did better. I could have did this. I could have did that. What am I learning through that process? What am I learning through that process? And I do believe that's one of the reasons that I have been a little slow, because I've seen so many mistakes I've made, and I'm like, gosh, I don't want to make those mistakes again. But I should not allow those mistakes to get me stagnant, to keep me from moving to the next step. So yeah, so those are some of the things that I'm dealing with. But what are you dealing with? What's keeping you from moving forward with life and business? Life is lifing. You gotta keep pushing. You gotta keep pushing. Yeah. So let's talk about grace over perfection. Give yourself permission to make mistakes. Progress matters more than perfection. Progress matters more than perfection. So get that perfection thing out of your head. Action steps. Shift your mindset. Shift your mindset. See challenges as lessons, not failures. This is something I learned. I learned this through this process. I'm not a failure. Yeah, I had some hiccups. I had some mistakes. But I'm writing this down in my journal. I'm taking notes so I'll know not to do this again. But I'm not a failure. I'm not a failure. You're not a failure. You keep at it. You keep at life. You keep pushing towards your business. You keep pushing towards your goals, your accomplishments. You got this. You can do this. So extend yourself some grace and shift your mindset. Seek guidance. Surround yourself with mentors, coaches, or a supportive network. It's going to be so important for you to be around like-minded people, people who can push you forward, people who can tell you the truth, people who are going to let you know, yeah, you're going to have some trying times in life. Everything isn't going to be perfect. Everything isn't going to be lined up. Don't go for the okie dokie, all the lies, easy this, easy that, easy this. Y'all, life be lifing. Life be lifing. I'm not saying everything is going to be hard, but please go in with realistic expectation. Realistic expectations. You're not going to soar to the moon overnight. It's going to take time, and it's okay. It's going to take time, effort, money, resources. I'm talking about people who are in business. It's going to take all these things to keep coming together, and you got to keep showing up for yourself. Keep showing up. Take small steps. Focus on constant progress rather than overwhelming yourself with perfection. We already talked about that. Celebrate your wins. Acknowledge and appreciate how far you've come. I got a whole website. I work with a web designer. I got 7 books. What have you accomplished? Write down your accomplishments. Celebrate them. I'm not saying you need to throw this big elaborate party, but sometimes just get somewhere quiet and go over this and say, yeah, I did this. If I did this, I can do X, Y, and Z. I can do X, Y, and Z. What have you done? What kind of journey are you on? Are you on a weight loss journey? Are you trying to journey and get a new promotion? What accomplishments have you made? Do you see your kids doing better in school? This is about life and business. So what are you seeing that has had positive changes? You want to celebrate those things. Celebrate those things. Trust God's timing. Stay faithful and patient as you navigate life's uncertainties. I know for me, I'm a believer, and I know if it wasn't for God, I would not be as far as I am. So my faith matters to me. My faith matters to me. I don't know what you believe in. I'm not pushing anything, but I'm just talking about me and my environment and how good God has been to me to keep my mindset and to help me stay focused so I can claim, what is for me. What is for me. All right, so I got 2 questions for you guys. What is one thing you've been hesitant to start because you feel like you don't have it all figured out? Good one, right? What is the one thing you have been hesitant to start because you feel like you don't have it all figured out? Question number 2. How can you shift your perspective to embrace learning as part of the journey? How can you shift your perspective to embrace learning as part of the journey? I don't know if you guys, I know I've shared this on my other channel, but I have a love-hate relationship with Excel, Microsoft Excel. Sometimes it's my friend, and then sometimes it's my enemy. We're like frenemies. Some days it want to give me the right data. My pivot tables are all fine, and then other days it doesn't want to give me what I want. And know why? Because the requester, the user, is making an error somewhere and is spitting out based upon what I'm putting in my formula. So for me, that's something I need to work on. I need to work on upping my game in Excel, because it's such a powerful tool. You can do so much, and typically in corporate is all about numbers. Show me the numbers, show me the money, show me the money. So yeah. And so I just want to end this and just let you guys remember that you don't need to have it all together. You don't need to have it all together, but you do need to continue to show up. You need to continue to show up for yourself. You need to continue to show up for your family. You need to continue to show up for your business. You need to be having some action steps in place, and you need to be executing. Not all of it, but something. You need to be executing something. So stop holding it. Stop holding it and get some movement going. Get some momentum going. And you know what? God will send you little signs here and there, and it'll let you know, okay, I need to line up. I need to go here. I received an email on yesterday, someone that I had worked with the book on. And I want to say the last conversation I had with this individual was back in January. She was one of my illustrators, and she reached out to me on yesterday, and that was that little inkling saying, okay, it's time for you to go to the next level. You've been stagnant long enough. So you'll get little messages here and there. You'll notice it. You'll be like, I haven't heard from this person for, in so long. And this is somebody you work with on a project, or you might be at the store and you see someone, or you could be reading a billboard, driving, and you see a billboard, and that'll remind you, that'll get something like flowing, and you're like, I need to be pressing forward. Or you're having a t-shirt, what is that? As long as you're sweating, you're still alive. And that check mark reminds me, I just need to do it. I need to do it. So for some of you, you see this check mark on my shirt, and you're like, I need to get busy. I need to get going. I need to get my life together. I need to be pushing forward. So just keep pushing forward. Keep pushing forward. You got this. I believe in you. So many other people believe in you as well. Believe in yourself and keep going forward. All right, guys. Have a great day.